Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. It's been, God, half a year since I've done one of these thrift videos. Now, I'm gonna be honest, the reason I stopped was just because putting on the camera glasses, getting the recordings done, and then getting there and not finding any video games, it became a repeated cycle, so I stopped doing these episodes. Well, today's different. My Goodwill started sucking ass at video games, but it's finally turned the ship around and it's smooth sailing. Straight from the Titanic to the Millennium Falcon, because I went 5 pulsecs into Goodwill and I found a decent amount of stuff. Or maybe not decent, but interesting stuff maybe, I don't fucking know. Let's kill my rambling and get on to it. Well, after having to wait a moment, I finally was able to start recording what I was looking at in the game section. There was an employee standing there when I got there, and I don't know, putting on camera recording glasses feels a bit weird. So, once the old lady left, it was time to get to some game collecting. The game selection wasn't bad, and again, I can't knock it, especially compared to having no video games usually, but I don't know, a lot of it was games I already owned or just wasn't interested in. That Lord of the Rings game I took a look at. I know there's a good one that people really like that's an old one, but I should have known which one it was. Hopefully it wasn't that one. I've been trying to save money with game collecting too, instead of buying everything that I don't have like I used to. Battlefront on the Xbox One I was considering as well, but Battlefront 2 I would want, because I'm probably not going to play the online, and if I do, it's going to be Battlefront 2, plus I want to play the campaign. Thought about that Rayman Origins, but I don't know enough about Rayman. People are probably going to knock me in the comments for not getting that, but so be it. Moving on to the electronic side of Goodwill, they kind of just throw a bunch of shit together in these baskets and stuff. It's cool for finding controllers and stuff. I've had some game consoles even, so I definitely shoot over to this side. Again, I'm glad that they have a selection, because again, it's better than no selection. Those dark days we all know about, but I don't know. I just was not finding anything. They had a slot handheld. At first I thought slot car racing might be cool, but it's just one of those gambling ones. They had a handy cam in the box. I always have an idea of shooting some horror film with an old retro camera because it would look cool, but that day will come one day. Now look at this beauty, this old TV. Some people would call it junk, but not me. And I know you game collectors and retro enthusiasts out there, you know these things aren't junk. Boy, I had a dilemma on my hands though. Oof, I tell ya, it was a mental debate. I don't have a lot of space. But here's the thing about CRT TVs, and I'm working on a video related to this. They're becoming a rare resource. You don't find them like you used to. Now they cost some money. They're becoming harder to find. A lot were destroyed. Again, I told the story before. I worked at a Valley Village. We recycled a pallet a week of CRTs. How many do you think are out there in the area? And this TV was only $5. Ah, boy. Yeah, man. It's so tempting, but then I'm like, but the space. Oh my god. Ah, man. I tell ya. You know what I did? I got a sold tag, so I bought it for $5 and I requested it to be held for 2 days while I figured out what the hell I was gonna do. Cause I don't want to get rid of my childhood TV I showed in that one video. It's got sentimental value, but the childhood TV is big in the way. I've got other CRTs. I feel bad about destroying them or getting rid of them. God damn it. Iowa and dingy basement gaming. You bastards, I need a basement too. No, joking aside, I make do with the space I have, but a big CRT TV, it's definitely a commitment. So, I put the sold tag thing on it, and I went home after this. Decisions and thinking had to be done. After Goodwill and reserving that TV, I ran over to another thrift store in the same town. I've had less luck here, but you know how it goes, collectors. You think in the back of your mind, this will be the one time I miss out. So, went to this thrift store. I did not find anything here, but there's a few things to say, I guess. I always look at cassette tapes because you never know, Atari games or some weird shit in there. And there's a few, music cassette tapes I'd like to have as a collecting item. I always see these cassette cases for, holding the tapes. And, God, I wonder if there's a way to, modify them to hold Atari games. Because they would actually be pretty cool with the wood grain. I always think that when I see them. Who knows, maybe custom a toy or Coulter's game case video one day, maybe? God, I tell you, the one thing that always tempts me at this thrift store is CEDs. If you don't know what a CED is, it's a forgotten movie format. Look up Cinemassacre CED. James Wolfe has a pretty good video describing it. You would like slide the case into the movie player and it would like take the disc out inside the machine. It was weird. It was like movies, but made with like the technology of like a vinyl record. It's very strange, but weird. I don't have a CED player, but like the novelty of owning a CED has, I tell you, one day I'm gonna bite the bullet and buy one of these CEDs. Just because it's weird and it'd be cool to own one, I guess. But also, like I talked about earlier, I'm trying not to buy stuff I don't need. I'm trying to cut back as much as possible. Who knows, maybe I'll be responsible and actually start saving some money. Well, the next day had come. It was time to make a decision on that TV I had reserved. But first, I took a glance at the shelves again at Goodwill. These clear controllers are kind of cool. I think I used to own this model. I still do. If you saw my handheld video, that fake game console I made, the controller wrapped in tinfoil attached to it is actually one of these, I believe. They had some plug-and-plays, both of which I already owned. The SpongeBob one is slightly annoying because I spent more money, like 15 bucks on it on eBay, when I could have got it for 5 because I bought it for a video I'm going to make and I still haven't made the video. Damn, if only I knew. They had this weird, like, I'm assuming it's like a camping thing. It was a flashlight, a radio, a thermometer, like all in one. I don't know. It was interesting. Anyway, the time has come to answer the grand old question. Did Haytham Gruxton buy the old TV? Yes, he did. Did Haytham Gruxton make room for it by getting rid of other CRTs? No, he didn't. Why didn't he get rid of the other CRTs? Well, sentimental value and a holding mentality. Anyway, I made some room. I reorganized some stuff in my castle. And so I got the old TV. I wheeled it out of Goodwill triumphantly as a warrior, as a hero of the masses.
Uncle Junk. Another collection for the junk man. The junk man collection.
You know it's valuable.
You wait till your mother sees the video.